a major resignation now out of the New York Times. This is a big one. The now former opinion editor, Bari Weiss, leaving the paper after claiming she was bullied by her colleagues. Her scathing resignation letter reads in part, quote, "They have called me a Nazi and a racist. My work and my character are openly demeaned on company-wide Slack channels where masthead editors regularly weigh in. Masthead, excuse me for that. There, some coworkers insist I need to be rooted out as if this company is to be a truly inclusive one." Weiss has been the subject of scrutiny since members of the Times staff attacked the editorial team's decision to publish a column by Senator Tom Cotton. Cotton's editorial last month arguing in favor of using military force to stop violent protest. Ben, I'll come to you first because her resignation letter is incredibly powerful, which shows you, when you fire somebody who's a talented writer, you're going to get quite a resignation letter that's going to go far and wide. Here's one of the points that she makes that I think is really interesting. Twitter is not the masthead of the New York Times, but Twitter has become its ultimate editor. Can you imagine that at the New York Times? What's your reaction?
Well, I have a lot of reactions. First off, I would encourage viewers to, even if you don't know who Bari Weiss is, to go to her website and read her resignation letter in full. It gives you a very honest and I think bracing perspective of what's going on in terms of the woke social justice warrior takeover of the New York Times internally. And I want to make clear something. I respect Bari Weiss a lot, but by very little definition is she a conservative. She's a conservative on a handful of issues, but by the definition of, I think, most people in this country and most people who are watching this program, they would consider her to be a centrist or even a liberal on most issues. She's someone who, in other words, should be perfectly acceptable to work at the New York Times. But the fact is that they will brook no disagreement on any significant subject. And the fact that Bari would bring in other competing voices in the wake of 2016 to try to increase the diversity of the intellectual debate at the New York Times was something that her coworkers found unacceptable. She's leaving right now. She's making the choice to leave. But it was clear as soon as James Bennet had to resign in the wake of the Tom Cotton op-ed fiasco that her time was not long for the Times. They would find a way to get rid of her. The implication of her letter is that she's going to perhaps file suit, considering it's a hostile work environment. I hope that she does. I hope she gets discovery. And I hope that we all get to see what they were all saying about her in these channels without any kind of pushback from the purported leaders of the New York Times who are now beholden to Twitter mobs of all kinds.